guys, so today I have a full face of products that I hate video. So I feel that first of all, hate is a very strong word, so I just highly dislike a lot of these products. I got this idea from Amy Macedo. I am not saying that she came up with it because honestly I don't know if she did or not. If you say that someone came up with a tag or a challenge or something like that, or just came up with a video in general, people like to attack you. So I am not saying that she came up with this. She might have, but I'm not 100% positive. But I saw her video first and I got this idea from her. So let me just get that out there. So I really liked her video and I thought that it was just a really cool idea, just to we always talk about everything that we love so much. So I thought that this was just a little bit different to kind of just show people that not everything works out for us and not everything is perfect, and you know, there are products out there that we don't like. And yeah, I thought this was going to be a really fun video. So this is the finished makeup look that I came up with using the products that I don't like. I do want to make a quick disclaimer and say that just because I don't like something does not mean that it's a bad product, does not mean that the brand is bad. In fact, all of these brands that I mentioned in this video, I love other products. Like, some of their other stuff are some of my favorite products in my collection. So don't think that just because I don't like one particular item that means that the whole brand is bad, or if you like it, it means that, you know, your opinion's wrong or whatever. It's not like that. Everybody has different opinions, so don't get offended by this video. And I don't want to bring negativity. This is just an informative video of the things that I don't like and the things personally that I think were amiss, that I would not repurchase. So now that I have that out there, I want to say hello to anybody that is new to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. And if you guys want to see me apply the products that I really don't like, then just keep watching. So I don't really have a primer that I don't really like, so I'm going to go straight into foundation. And the foundation that I do not like is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I know a ton of people like this. It does not work for me. So I just dotted it all over my face, and I'm just going to use my janky Real Technique sponge to blend it out. So now that the product is on my skin, I know it doesn't look bad from afar, and I know that a ton of people like this. It's just personally the way that it sets on my skin, just something about it doesn't work. I don't know why. I've tried this foundation so many times because I want to like it, because so many people do like this. It's a staple to so many people, but for me personally, it just sets on my skin really thick and weird. So that's definitely a miss for me. And then the next is going to be my concealer. I don't know how people used to love this. This used to be the concealer, and it's the Hard Candy Glamouflage. Putting this concealer on, the best way I can describe this concealer is I feel like I'm putting honey on my face, because that's how thick the concealer is. I just do not like it. It's way past cakey for me. It's just uncomfortable and gross feeling. So that's really the reason I don't like this concealer. It just is so thick. It won't even blend. God, I don't like this stuff. So after 10 minutes of blending, I finally got the concealer to look half blended on my face. I just don't like it because, like I said, it feels like the consistency of honey, and it's just so thick, it's hard to blend, and it creases really bad on me. And yeah, I don't like it. It's too thick, it's too much, so it's just definitely a no-go for me. For my powder, I definitely have a love-hate relationship with this, and it is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. So I'm just setting my under eye with this powder. My main problem with this powder is that I think it's a really good powder to set directly underneath your eyes, because the powder is super thin, so it really gets in all those fine lines. But I find that it's really patchy. Oh my god, it has made me Like, it's made my foundation go really patchy. And not only that, but it's so matte that I can't put a highlighter, I can't put a shimmer, like literally I can't put anything over top of this because it will not stick. Like, it literally will just like, it's like you're rubbing nothing on. So I really don't like that. But do you guys see how, like, look at that. Like, I don't know. That's really weird. Literally, I blended this out on my nose like 10 times and it's still there. So, I don't know. I'm just not in love with this powder. Like, I look at how bad that is. It's so patchy. Ugh, it doesn't ever go away. Yeah, this powder is not good. Literally, you guys, I literally have not touched this side. I have just been doing this side. How did all this get here? How did that get there? Like, how did that, look, on my nose, how did that get there? I just had that blended out. What the heck? So I'm sure that you guys can see in camera all of that picking up of all the splotchiness. Like, I have tried to sit here and blend this the whole time and it just like won't blend any more than it is. So this powder is definitely not for me. So now that my powder is done, I'm going to move on to like a bronzing product. Now, I don't really have like a bronzer in powder form that I don't like. I can only think of a like contouring like cream product that I don't like, and that is the NYX Conceal, Correct, and Contour palette. Now, I really don't like this whole palette. The whole palette, to me, I just feel like does not work. Once again, it's a consistency problem. I find that these are so thick and they cake up so easily. And I also just find that they're so thick that they are really hard to work with. So I'm gonna use this shade right here to contour and like kind of bronze up my face. So I'm just gonna dip this is my contour brush from Real Techniques. I'm just gonna dip that in there and we're gonna try to blend this on my cheekbones. Here is the finished product once I have it blended. So it doesn't look terrible once it's blended. So the one that I just used to bronze up my face and contour actually is probably the best one. In this whole palette here, I can't even use any of the other shades in the palette at all because of how thick and cakey they are, and also because they just crease so badly. The only reason I can use this contour color is because it goes on places on my face that don't crease. But the main reason I don't even like to use this one is because it's just so thick and I find it really hard to work with. So in my personal opinion, although the end product doesn't look terrible, I also just think that it's so hard to blend, and if you accidentally get too much, it does look really splotchy. But not only that, I just have a lot of other creamier products if I'm gonna cream contour. I have a lot of other products that are creamy that blend a lot better, and just you're pretty much guaranteed a smooth and seamless blend, whereas this, it could get splotchy and it's just too thick and too hard to work with. So it's definitely not my favorite. I love NYX, but this palette was just not my favorite. So next I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. Now for my brows, I actually don't have the product that I was gonna use. I was gonna use my little e.l.f. kit, that little like brow duo kit. I don't like that kit personally because I think that the colors are too harsh and the gel is, to me, like terrible. I don't like the gel at all. I guess that I threw that palette away because I don't like it, so I had to come up with something else that I don't like. And I also really am just not a fan of this Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara. It has this little ball, which I find really frustrating when you're trying to get to like the tail end of your brow. There's my brows filled in. I guess if you're really into like a light thing, or if you're really young and you don't want too much, this would be good for you. But I just find that it's just a little splotchy, and it also just doesn't keep my hairs like as like glued down to my face as I like, if that makes sense. It's just not strong enough, like it doesn't have a strong enough hold. But if you're like young, I guess this would be like a good one, but I just have a lot of other ones that just perform a lot better than this one, so this one's just not the one that I reach for. I would never purchase this again. for my eyes, this definitely would have to be this Hard Candy top 10 eyeshadow collection in Naturally Gorgeous. I really find that with Hard Candy products, it's either a huge hit or a huge miss for me. These are somewhat pigmented, some of these shades, but I just find that I feel like they just don't apply very well. I'm just going to take this color here and try to blend this into the crease. So you guys can see that shadow, I've tried to pile it on and it's just barely, it's not there. It's just not there. So I'm going to try to apply a lid shade, and I think I'm going to apply this shade right here. Let's just see if this applies better. I mean, look, it's just it's not there, you guys. It's not there. I finally got it to show up on my eyes after packing 20 layers on. But literally it took forever, forever. It also has really bad fallout, there's powder all over my face. I'm just going to use the darkest shade in here just to see if this one will maybe show up on my eyes. I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. I mean, oh my God. No, it's just not there. It's super splotchy. It's not blending very well, and the pigmentation is not that great. Okay, so I feel like you guys can just see that the eyeshadows just on the eyes just look cheap to me. It looks like I used a really cheap palette. The pigmentation is just not there. I had a pretty hard time blending. I don't know, they're just not good quality eyeshadows. There's so many amazing eyeshadows on the market these days that these just don't cut it. These are just something I would never repurchase, and I wouldn't ever suggest to anybody. The quality's just not there. So for mascara, it's definitely gonna have to be this Younique stuff, you guys. I really try to like this stuff. This Younique, whatever this is called, Moodstruck transplanting gel and fiber mascara. First of all, the way you have to apply this is really annoying. You have a gel and then you have a fiber, and you have to apply them separately. So you apply the gel and then you apply the fibers, and then you have to apply the gel again, and you do this as many times as you want to until your eyelashes are supposed to be long and luscious, and it's supposed to look like you're wearing falsies. In my opinion, it just makes your lashes clump together. They look super spidery. Some of the fibers will go super long and they'll be up to your eyebrows, and then the fiber and eyelash next to it will be really short. So I find this also very inconsistent, and it flakes so bad. Okay, so I have the mascara on, and it's just so spidery, and they just look ridiculous, and already I have flakes on my face, and I've literally only had it on for a minute so far, although it took me 10 minutes to apply it, which is also really inconvenient. I don't want to be sitting there applying my mascara for 10 minutes. I can literally put on fake lashes faster than that. So this mascara, I really do not recommend anybody spending the $30 on this. I do not think it's worth it. Go to the drugstore, get you some L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, and you're good to go. I am kind of ready for fall, you guys. A couple months ago I was no, I just want summer to stay forever, and now I'm I got my vanilla iced chai. Why do I keep calling it iced chai? I have my vanilla iced chai latte from Dunkin' Donuts, which is so good, and I'm just so ready. Okay, so next is going to be blush, and for blush, you guys, I'm really disappointed to say this, but it's the NYX Baked Blush, and this is in the color Full On Femme. Now, I have used this in tutorials, and I will say that over top of other blushes as like a sheen, it looks okay, but by itself, like the pigmentation is on this finger. The pigmentation's just not there, and I'm not happy with it. I don't know. I feel like you guys will see, like it just, you have to really pack it on in order for it to show up. The pigmentation just isn't that great. Once again, I love NYX, but I feel like there are just so many other blushes out there that are just a lot higher quality than this one. And I actually don't even know if they are going to be selling these anymore, because when I went into Ulta the other day, these were like on, like all of them were on the sale rack to like get rid of them. You guys can see it shows up, and I mean this color is super light as it is, but just even so, like I just feel like I have a lot of other light blushes that show up a lot better than this. Even some of my e.l.f. blushes show up better than this, and I love NYX. It's not to say that NYX isn't a good brand, because literally I love like pretty much every single NYX product besides the two that I've shown in this video, but I have other NYX blushes that I'm obsessed with. It's just these baked blushes, for me, they just don't have as much pigmentation. The quality is just not there. So I don't have a highlighter that I don't like, so I'm going to go ahead and move straight on to lips. So for lips, it's definitely going to have to be this Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick. Oh gosh, this was in the color Electric Pink. I was so excited to try this. I even filmed a first impression on it that never even made it to my channel. Okay, so it looks really pigmented when you put it on. Like, it is pigmented, that's great. So you think that it looks okay on the lips now, and I guess it doesn't look horrible, but when I did my first impression for this matte liquid lipstick, I don't find that it dries completely matte. It started to like clump in my like lips. It's just gross. And that's another huge reason that I don't like it, that it just really like clumps in certain areas as it sits on your lips, and the texture just feels like sloppy almost, that it's just like so wet that it just like goes everywhere, and I really don't like it. And then as you wear it throughout the day as well, I find that the way that it dries and like wears off your lips is very like crumbly almost. Like, I have no idea how to describe it. It looks so disgusting and gross, like towards like the end of the day, or after, not even the end of the day because it doesn't last that long, but like after like an hour or two, it just looks so dry and like it like flakes off in pieces. It's just not great. So I definitely don't like these Vivid Matte Liquid Lipsticks. I just don't think that these were great. Love other Maybelline products, but this right here just wasn't something that I feel that Maybelline did a great job on. So yeah, I don't like this. Okay, you guys, so that is the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did like this video, please subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.